Not many people who travel here from far away end up farming in the west of Ireland. But that's what Omer Al-Kubaisi did almost 18 years ago. When he and his family first arrived here, Omer found work as a team leader in Tina power plant near Loughrea. But coming from a farming background in Iraq, he was soon drawn to life on the land.
Did you know from a very early age that you wanted to farm when you were older?
I was always into the farming. I was dropping the school bag and straight to the farm. Go with the sheep, look after the animals, help in the harvesting. From early age, I was farming.
So you arrived here. When did you decide to start buying land?
You see all the animals around you. You see the sheep, you see the cattle, and you say, what I'm doing here? You feel like this is not my life. I have to do something more. And that's when I decide, let's go back to your roots. You know, let's go back to the land.
One evening in 2007, on his way home from work, Omer made a significant decision.
I saw this house for sale, and I say, I have to buy the house. And I bought it, and I saw the land around me, and I say, I have to have a piece of this land, you know, for myself.
How did it feel when you signed that deal?
Excited. And a little bit, what did I put myself into? But thank God I didn't mess it up.
Omer arrived in Ireland with his wife Gada and their two young children Aya and Safa about 5 years after they had first left Iraq. By then, Iraq had endured almost a decade of war, sanctions, and no end of human misery.
We were very settled until the war started, then we had to leave, you know. So we didn't have any option, just to leave.
Gada's brother and sister had already been living in Ireland for 4 years, and they helped them to settle in. At the time, Aya was 4 years old and Safa was 2, so they've really grown up in Ireland.
How do you describe yourself to people if they ask?
I don't know. They never consider us Irish. They'll always say, oh, but where are you actually from? And then that's when we're like, okay, we're from Iraq.
Yeah, so we've gotten used to just saying we're from Iraq because I don't think, we're not considered Irish, so.
But most importantly, how do you consider yourselves?
I don't know.
I would consider myself half-half, so Arab, Irish.
Yeah, half-half. We have both cultures inside of us.
Today, Safa is in her second year at Trinity College Dublin studying dental hygiene. Aya is training to be a vet and has a strong feeling for farming just like her father.
She spent lots of time here, really.
Yeah, he's married to the land, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's out more than half the day.
Yeah.
You have days.
And then mom's complaining, where is your father? So I don't think she's happy about him buying more land, but we're good with it.
Yeah. We're gonna get it all.
In the 12 years since Omer bought his first small patch of land, he's grown his holding to 20 acres and keeps over 120 sheep in summer. And he doesn't plan to stop there.
And look, maintain that calm speed.
Can you see any way to becoming a full-time farmer?
Yes. Yes, I can see it, you know. 20 acres now, hopefully I will get expanded to 30 or 40 in a few years.
What would be your dream?
100 acres.
All sheep?
Sheep.
Do you feel that you've been embraced by the farming community here?
Yes. There is a nice about this country. If they don't know you, they will stay away from, but if they know you, they will love you. And I built a nice relationship with the locals. You need time, yeah. You need a lot of meal. 5 or 6 weeks. Yeah. Now, I never felt myself a day I am a foreigner in this country. I never felt. Look back.
As well as holding down a full-time job at the power plant and farming, Omer also finds time for a hobby, sheepdog trialing.
When I come in here and I close the gate behind me, I smile from cheek to cheek, you know. I forget about everything. And I just concentrate about the dogs and the sheep. That's mean a lot to me. It's funny when the life can take you, you know, and you don't realize how, you know, stuff will gonna change. Even in here, you know, when we start, we thought we were gonna buy a house in the town. And I bought the land and I start. And I bought the dog and I met the people and I started graduating slowly until I'm in the sheepdog trials.
It's a great story.
It is.
Yeah.
You know?
The man who got Omer into sheepdog trialling in 2011 was John Brennen from Tipperary, who for many years was one of Ireland's top competitors. He had visited Omer's farm to buy a couple of sheep, and the two became close friends.
He said, I'm John Brennen, I am famous. And I said, give me your check. I'm with friends since that, since that time. He had a lot of effect on my life. He was a father in some times, and he was a friend in another time. He teach me a lot, and I'm privileged to know him. And I'm privileged I've been able to download his hard drive into my hard drive. And I'm still not coping very well since he left,
On the 29th of July last year, John died after a short illness.
I call him on the 28th, and I say, hey, John, how are you? He say, Omer, I'm tired. And I say, look after yourself. I will call you again tomorrow. I say, okay. And they called me 8 o'clock in the morning, and he said he passed away. I couldn't talk for the whole day. And I miss him a lot. And sometimes I go visit his grave and I tell him what's happening,
Omar, when did you buy this land?
Exactly, I bought this land in November 2017. It's a nice scenery in here, and especially with the holy, well in here as well.
This here?
Yes, this here.
It's absolutely beautiful little well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, the water is coming up from the mountain of Calabrac, and it's go through my land, and after it's disappear into the hole, and it will show up in here.
And there's water here. What's the cure?
It's the cure for water in here, that's what they're saying.
It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, a great historical piece that in the middle of nowhere, you wouldn't know it was here.
This land has, like all land, a huge amount of history. Huge number of people have farmed this patch here. Do you see yourself as the first of many generations in your family who will farm this land?
I hope so. It's a continuous legacy, and I hope it will stay in the family.
Yeah. He's done a good job at making sure we have a keen interest in this, making me go and do veterinary. I'll make sure to keep all the land in the family.
And as long as he keeps buying land.
Yeah, as long as he keeps buying land, that would be great as well. I'm going to constantly motivate it, send him pieces of land to buy.
It's like father, like daughter.